Good afternoon. Today is Saturday, November 26th. It's about 62 degrees out. And this is going to be a repairability attempt video for Miss Chiniqeia Kenner for Allstate. As you can see here, we've identified the wind damage shingle or tab that needs to be replaced. So during this process, I'm going to be using a few tools. This is a roof snake, or the State Farm approved roof snake. I know you guys are Allstate, but this really helps minimize any kind of manipulation with the shingles. This extra that you can do by hand. This is a precision nail puller. And then I got a hammer and some nails. So I'm going to use this flat end. It's designed to go ahead and loosen up these seals on these shingles, and I just want to be as careful as possible. I'm going to identify which tab this is. Okay, so that's a middle tab, and it's going to be these three tabs in this one shingle, right? So I'm going to go ahead and break all of the seals so that this goes smoothly. And notice I just want to be as careful as possible. And you can even see during this process, even as careful as I'm being, can you get like a close-up? You can see that the granules are just, not a bunch of them, but just a little bit. And just a little bit right here. Just a little bit of working right here. Right? So we're loose there, loose there, loose there, loose there. Let me get the actual shingle that we're replacing to loosen up. And I want to be as careful as I can, right? Everything's loosened up. Do you want to go ahead and get an overview of just all the shingles right now? And this is like prior to any real manipulation. Let's get a close-up of just this one shingle. Prior to any kind of manipulation, you can see no creasing, no massive amounts of granule loss. Looks pretty good. So let's see what happens after we pull this nail out. All right, so I'm gonna pull it up, and this is, 30 degrees. It's not even at the 45-degree mark. I'm gonna just try to be as careful as I can. And you guys can see that happen in live time as the granules are just falling off. In live time, you guys can see that. I'm gonna go ahead and just put my tool right here so you guys know that I'm not going any further. But if you want to get a close-up of this, you can see the creasing starting to form there at the top. You can see the massive amounts of granule loss happening. And you guys saw that in live time, like as I was just hammering the nail out. Right, so you can see the crease forming there at the top. All right, we can go on over here to this next one. You're gonna get a close-up of that. You can see no granule loss, no creasing. All right, so I'm gonna identify the nail. Go ahead and pull it. Yeah. Let's grab it. So let's get this nail out. Oh wow, yeah, look at that. So you can see that on that one pretty good. You can see the creasing happening there at the top. You can see the massive amounts of granule loss happening. We can go over here to the next one. You're gonna get a close-up of this shingle. You can see it didn't have any creasing, no granule loss, anything like that. We're gonna go ahead and pull the nail. All right, let's see if we can grab it. And you guys can see this happening in live time as it's like just this little simple bit of manipulation. If you kind of have a side angle, you can see where the brittleness is making it crease right here. So go ahead and pull this nail out. Let's get a close-up of the condition of the shingle. So you guys can see the massive amounts of granule loss happening right there. On that, you can see the crease that's forming there at the top. Right. Let's go on over to the next one. Get a close-up of this one. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and pull the nail. Right, let's see if we can grab it. Oh, and you guys can see this happening in live time. Watch this crease here at the top. As As you can see, I'm hammering, just trying to grab the nail just from bending it up just that little bit at 30 degrees. Shingle's pretty brittle. Oop. And you can see the creasing starting to form there at the top. Right. Yeah, so you guys can see that happening as he's just like barely tapping on it. You can see the crease that's formed there at the top. You can see the massive amounts of granule loss happening. You guys saw that in live time as well. And going over here to this next one, note the condition of this shingle is just no granule loss, no creasing. Looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and try to pull this nail. All right. One thing I want to point out, if you want to get an under look at this, from separating those shingles just as carefully as I did, this large chunk right here actually come from the bottom of this shingle right here. I'm not going to bend it up because I don't want to destroy the integrity of this video, but you can see that this shingle will never actually ever seal to this shingle ever again. Even with sealant on here, this mat transfer gets in the way. So, oh, yep, there it is. Seems to be a common theme on this here roof. Yep, get this nail out. As you guys can see the condition of this shingle after the manipulation and the nail removal, you guys can see the crease forming there at the top. Yep. So, when you're going over the next one, let's get a close up of the condition of the shingle prior to any manipulation. You guys can see there's no granule loss and creasing. Just gonna look up under it. See if we can grab this nail. Trying to do this repair. I'm not excessively bending these shingles, just trying to do what it takes to get this job done, and I'm being actually very careful right now. So most repair guys are not this careful. You can see on this one, you can definitely see the granule loss happening. You can see the creasing happening right there at the top as well. Yeah. So on to the next one, and this should be the last one here in this course, but you can see the condition of the shingle. There's no creasing, no granule loss. And look up under it. This one's got 2 nails in it, so let's go ahead and grab the nail. Yep, and you guys can see that in live time. We're gonna go ahead and grab the other one. Right. Let's see if we can get these out. There we go. So there we go. And I note the condition of this shingle after the manipulation. You can see the heavy creasing starting there at the top, and also you can see the thick line right here of granule loss happening just from that simple bit of manipulation. It's super brittle. You know what they say? Let me go get the. It's right there. Right there. Let's pull this old shingle out. It should just slide right out, and it does. Put that off to the side. Put the new one in, and once again I'm just going to be very careful throughout this entire process to not overly bend these shingles, just to do what it needs to get this repair done. Alright, we got our reveals correct. We're good to go. Now on this installation section I'm going to be using just the State Farm roof snake to install the nails and a hammer. Alright. One. This one had 2 in it. So as you guys are watching this repair happen in live time, you can make the decision for yourself. We got one more nail to put in. But as you can see, upon and we're complete now, but as you can see that upon the installation of this new shingle, pulling out the old one, and putting new nails in, all of the surrounding shingles that had to be manipulated have been affected in one way or the other. Massive amounts of granule loss increasing. So I'm going to say that this repairability test fails, and I do not recommend the repair.